Hello students, this is our third video of physics for class 8. Our topic for today is kinetic theory of matter and change of state. Matter can change state by various processes such as vaporization, condensation, freezing and melting. Let us now understand how these changes take place using the kinetic theory of matter. Vaporization. Vaporization is the conversion of a substance from the liquid state to gaseous state by absorption of heat. So, vaporization means converting a substance from liquid to gas by absorbing heat. Here, heat is absorbed in order to convert a liquid into gas. So, there are two types of vaporization, evaporation and boiling. So, let us now discuss about these two in detail. Evaporation. Evaporation is a change of state from liquid state to vapor by absorbing heat. It occurs at temperatures below the boiling point. So, this definition is same as that of vaporization. The only difference here is it takes place at temperatures below boiling point. What is boiling point? We will discuss about boiling point when we discuss about boiling. So, evaporation takes place from the surface of water. When a liquid is heated, heat is absorbed by the liquid and it is converted into gas. As the gas escapes from the liquid, the remaining liquid particles will cool down. So their kinetic energy will eventually decrease. This is the reason why we experience cooling effect when we sweat. When the sweat evaporates, our skin cools down. The rate of evaporation is affected by temperature. As the temperature increases, the rate of evaporation will increase. This is because when the liquid is heated and the temperature increases, the amount of gas that is evaporating will also increase. Similarly, evaporation is also assisted by windy conditions, which helps to remove the vapor particles from the liquid so that more particles escapes. Now let us look at the definition of boiling. Boiling is the rapid change of state from liquid to vapor at a particular temperature known as boiling point. Now what is boiling point? Boiling point is the temperature at which all of a liquid changes to vapor. Boiling is accompanied by the formation of bubbles. You must have noticed that when water is boiled, it forms bubbles. Unlike evaporation, boiling takes place throughout a liquid and not just the surface of the liquid. When we boil a liquid, heat makes the liquid particles move around more energetically. And as the particles move faster, they bump into each other and they push each other apart. Then the particles will keep on moving energetically until the particles gain enough energy to overcome the attractive forces, and they will break apart and they will try to break away in the surrounding spaces. So hence, in this manner, they will convert into the liquid particles will get converted into gas. During the process of boiling, the temperature remains constant as the added heat is being used to break the attraction between the particles. Or you can say the added heat is being used to change the arrangement of the particles inside the liquid. This means that during this process, there is no change in temperature. Different pure substances have different but fixed boiling points. For example, the boiling point of pure water is 100 degrees Celsius and the boiling point of pure sulfuric acid is 337 degrees Celsius. Now, our next topic is condensation. Condensation is the process of a gas turning into a liquid by giving out heat energy. So, in condensation, the change of state is from gas to liquid, and here heat energy is released. When a gas is cooled, the freely moving particles start losing their kinetic energy and they slow down. As the motion gets slower, the force of attraction between the particles becomes stronger, and it becomes stronger enough to hold them together. And slowly gas begins to condense and it begins to form liquid. Some of the examples of condensation are formation of clouds, dew, and fog. Now, for the formation of gas particles, heat is absorbed, and in order to convert liquid from gas, heat is released. The amount of heat absorbed during the process of evaporation or boiling will always be equal to the amount of heat released in condensation. Now, our next topic is melting. Melting is also known as fusion. Melting or fusion is the change of state from solid to liquid by the absorption of heat. So here the change of state is from solid to liquid and heat is absorbed. So you must have noticed that in all these processes, temperature always remains constant. Now why is that so? Even after absorbing heat, there is no rise in temperature. This is because the heat which is being absorbed is used up in changing the state of the substance, or we can say that heat is being used up in changing the arrangement of particles in the substance. So there is no change in temperature. We know that particles in a solid are always arranged in an ordered structure. When a solid is heated, these particles gain kinetic energy and they try to break free from this structure. So when it is heated, the particles are able to move around and the solid starts melting. At the time of melting, the energy is used to change the arrangement of particles inside the solid rather than raising the temperature. So here the temperature will remain constant. Now for example, when you keep an ice cube on a plate at room temperature, it absorbs the heat from the surroundings. When ice starts to melt at 0 degrees Celsius, the temperature will remain constant till the melting process is complete. Similarly, if you keep heating wax, the temperature goes on increasing till 54 degrees Celsius. But at 54 degrees Celsius, the wax will start to melt. And still the temperature will remain constant till the process of melting is complete. Now what is melting point? Melting point is a temperature at which a solid completely changes into a liquid. Different pure substances have different but fixed melting point, just like the boiling point. Our next topic is solidification or freezing. Solidification is also known as freezing. The change of state from liquid to solid by the release of heat is called freezing. So here the change of state is from liquid to solid and heat is being released. So freezing is just the opposite of melting. The particles in a liquid will only have enough energy to slide over one another. When the liquid is cooled, its kinetic energy will decrease and the particles will slow down and they will lock themselves into fixed positions. Then they will not be able to move around freely and they will continue to vibrate at their fixed positions. Hence, they are acquiring the properties of solid, so liquid will freeze into solid. Now, say for example, when you keep molten wax in a bowl, you can see that it slowly solidifies by giving off heat to the surroundings. The temperature remains constant at 54 degrees Celsius during this entire process as the particles of the substance lose their energy and they get arranged into an ordered structure. Now what is freezing point? Freezing point is the constant temperature at which a liquid changes to solid. The freezing point of wax is 54 degrees Celsius and this is the same as its melting point. So after it solidifies, the temperature will decrease. So always remember that melting point and freezing point of all pure substances are equal. Now let us look at sublimation. Sublimation is the change of state from a solid to a gas without passing through the liquid phase. So sublimation means converting directly from solid to gas without going through the liquid phase. So unlike liquids, particles on the surface of a solid are usually too strongly held in place to escape from the surface of a solid. However, there are some solids in which particles escape from the surface. And some of the examples of such solids are naphthalene or mothballs. They have a strong smell as their particles break away from the surface. Some other examples are camphor and solid carbon dioxide. Solid carbon dioxide is also called dry ice. Deposition. The change of state from a gas to a solid directly without going through the liquid state is called deposition. So deposition is the opposite of sublimation. Here the change of state is from gas to solid, directly from gas to solid without going through the liquid state. This is not a very common phase change, and some of the examples of deposition are: in severely cold weather, when water vapor in the air comes into contact with a window, it changes directly to ice without first becoming water. This is also how frost forms on the ground. So in extremely cold weather, when water vapor comes into contact with any surface, it directly gets converted into ice sheets. Okay. So here water vapor is not getting converted into water and then it is getting converted into ice. Here directly water vapor, which is in gaseous state, it gets converted into ice, which is the solid state. So the second example is gaseous carbon dioxide is removed from air and converted directly into dry ice at very low temperature and high pressure. So this is how we take the carbon dioxide in the gaseous form. That is, we take the carbon dioxide from the air and we convert it into dry ice. That is solid carbon dioxide. So these were some of the processes in which matter can change state. In our next video, we will discuss about the change of state using these processes along with its diagram.